Hey folks, what's up? It's Darth. Okay, so this video is going to be a spoiler-filled video. Unlike the one that I put up yesterday, this one's going to be for those of you who have read books, and we just want to talk about that first trailer a little bit. Actually, no, not the first trailer, all the trailers. We're just going to combine all the trailers. We're going to chat about trailers together today. And so again, spoiler warning for those of you who haven't read the books. I am going to dive into things. I'm still going to try and frame this in such a way that it doesn't give away big stuff for people who want to watch a video about the Wheel of Time because they're curious, but they do want to just get some info, right? They can. I'm gonna skirt that line, right? But just don't be mad at me if I say the name of a city or I mention that these people go this way and these people go this way. I'm not gonna tell you who the main character is. I'm not gonna tell you this stuff like it's. You get what I'm saying? It's half spoilers. So okay. With that said, Trollocs look fucking amazing, guys. Trollocs look great in this show. There is that one that's got the weird horns that kind of hook a little too hard and they look a little paper mache-ish, but I don't. They could have used real ram's horns for all I care. It doesn't matter. I got very Krampus vibes seeing the Trollocs. It's just things done in practical always feel good, don't they? I don't think that we got Narg per se. I don't know. The Wolf Trolloc looks like him. There's definitely a scene in there with an attack, but I don't think that happened. Or at least if it does, they haven't shown anything about it yet. Fans will be pissed if we don't see Narg, but there's nothing in the trailer that says to me that that's who that is. In any case, the first thing that I want to talk about is the big change that I anticipate, which is that I don't think, in the interest of what the show is trying to do, which it's trying to keep the main character and the chosen one archetype, it's trying to keep that a secret. I don't think that we're going to see an attack at the home of that person. I think that that's the whole point in moving everything back a day to Winternight, is that all of the characters have converged in the town, specifically so that they could avoid the scene with the sled and hiding in the woods and the fever dreams, because we don't want that conversation to happen on screen if we're trying to hide who the main character is. Right. So I think that is if I put on my filmmaking hat here, that's the rationale for making that change. And I also think that in the interest of aging up the series and making it a little more adult, a little more trying to capture some of that Game of Thrones audience who's wayward out there, right? I think that in the interest of that, not only have they obviously aged up the cast and made the Egwene Rand relationship stronger, that's clearly developed, but they've also went ahead and upped the stakes right off the bat. It looks like there's a full attack on the town. The town's going to get more damaged than we anticipated. I don't know why I'm calling it the town. Emmons Field is what I'm talking about. It looks like the stakes are going to be higher that push our main cast out into the world, and I sort of anticipate that as a result of that, the whole pace of that first book gets picked up. actually, I don't just anticipate this. Rafe Judkins has said in some of his interviews that that's going to happen, and he didn't say it by saying, quote unquote, the pace will be picked up. He said, because the pace was already good, he said that it was necessary for them to cut out all of the towns that the main cast visits, because there are just a ton of them, and for production reasons it didn't make sense. That's logical to me. If I had to envision what he means there, I would think that would mean that we're going to go from Whitebridge to a stopping point to Camelin, and we're just gonna skip the Else Grinwell. Well, that's probably the one that we go to, but we're just gonna skip a lot of that, and the only thing that really impacts is I guess we don't get to see the boys struggle as hard, and I suppose that we miss out on an attack or two, maybe an instance of what is that song by Live? Lightning crashes and no mother dies. Yeah, that's a good song. Maybe we miss out on I don't know where that squirrel, right? But maybe we miss out on the dagger's corrupting effects a little bit. It's hard to say. I don't anticipate there being a big loss there. One thing I do see happening, if I'm putting all the pieces together here, so White Cloaks look to be more dangerous than they have in the past, which is good. They need to be more of an antagonist, not that they weren't in the books, but we want to draw more parallels to, I say we, I don't know why I say we, but this is going to draw more parallels between them and like the Salem trials and religious fanaticism and the things that they're meant to represent within the book series. So I think giving them a bit more potency makes a lot of sense. I also suspect that after the events of Shadar Logoth, which should be around episode 2. Episode 2, probably. Yeah. Episode 1's going to be introducing all the characters in Winternight happening. Episode 2 is going to be running out to Shadar Logoth and some Moraine and Lan backstory. Episode 3, everybody gets split up, and yeah. That could be it. Everybody getting split up, and the end of Shadar Logoth could be episode 3 where it ends. But more likely, episode 3 will have them splitting up, and that'll be the start of, well, the events leading to Camelin for all parties. And during that split, that'll probably last through episode 4, I think. And then in that split, while the one group does the Whitebridge and then the trip to Camelin, the other group does a little hunting for one another. When they finally find each other again, I anticipate that is I anticipate that's around the time that we run into Loghain's party on the road, and that's where Moraine gets hurt and healed. That is where because we see Nynaeve and Lan with them, so that'll be him breaking free and running off. That will be or maybe getting recaptured, I don't know. Yeah, probably recaptured, actually. So they're just going to inject that plot line in right there. That helps us understand why it's bad for men to do what women do in the series and touch the one power. That has to be more overt than what exists in the book series, because they just don't have the time to try and like sit down and talk about their childhood fears and what dangers lurk in this world. They can't sit down and have story time without completely crushing the pace of the series. Not in the first few episodes, later seasons they can probably do a lot more of that, and it'll be good. It'll be nice. It'll be world building. But now you need to show to world build. You don't need to tell. So just trying to think here. So that leaves 2 episodes. That leaves Reconciliation. There's... Oh, yeah. So trying to adapt the Wheel of Time, not the Eye of the World, means that there's going to be a lot more breadth right off the bat. I would say that somewhere interwoven into all this is a Tar Valon plotline. I would also anticipate that there is a I don't know if I could... I'm trying to figure out how to say this without doing spoilers that are too extensive, y'all. I really want that. I would think that there is a plot line around you know what? No, I'm just going to leave this alone. I'm going to say 2 things here. Dreams and Forsaken. I imagine we're going to go ahead and start injecting that into the series. So maybe that's crazy of me, but I just think that we go ahead and start pulling a little bit of the Lord of Chaos vibes into season 1. Not necessarily the events, but some of the stuff that was happening there, I think, starts happening in book 1, just so that we can set it up more. And we probably also might dip our way into season 2. I mean, not into season 2, into book 2 a little bit. Like, wouldn't it make a lot of sense to go through the ways to go up and get to see some really, really pretty trees and, find this deep, rich golden pool, and then leave there, maybe having, a battle there of sorts, but then you cut out the big army fight, and you cut out the Tel'aran'rhiod fight, and you skip on ahead to a guy breaking free from a cell and us needing to go hunt down the things that he stole. I think that would be a great way to do the final 2 episodes and set up the next season, and it gives a lot of urgency, There's also a fantastic strength to the storytelling when you leave on that hook, because it allows season 2 to pretty much go all the way through to the end of The Dragon Reborn, and it allows for the character who we get the answer to who it is, but it allows them to go through that whole accepting who they are arc, hopefully without the who is my father bit. That would be incredibly tropey 30 years after the books are written, or 35. It's been a while, but I don't know. There's a logic to framing everything that way. I think that it could really give a setup for a strong season 2, which hopefully comes out in a year. Hopefully it's not that long of a wait. In any case, y'all, I realize that I'm rambling, probably have been the whole time. I am going to cut this video here, and see you tomorrow.